can you give us an overview of the startup ecosystem in Israel, the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Israel?
Yeah, the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Israel today is very strong. It's a hot place, a very hot place. You know, per se, after Silicon Valley, we are because what we can see in Israel is hundreds of startups starting every year. We are a small country, we are about 7 million. And most of these entrepreneurs are young people. There are reasons for that. One reason is because Israeli succeeded to build the infrastructure since the 80s. An infrastructure for what we call the ecosystem. Today for technology development and for entrepreneurs is very strong. Which means we have all the elements that ecosystem needs, like strong universities, like diffusion of defense technologies, like having many more repatriates and immigrants, people who are coming to Israel, and also financial system, which is very much advanced today than it was 20 years ago. We have the venture capital. In Israel there are about 300 funds investing in companies. Most of them are non-Israeli, by the way. Most of the money that comes to Israel is non-Israeli. So it's a very active place. There are other reasons, of course, for that. One, which is common to everybody, is the changing of the type of technology development. So now today, most of the development of internet, media, software programming is still strong and less to what was in the past, more heavy technologies. And that's a very good opportunities for young people and for investors who don't have too much money to start companies with not too much money, as there was in the past, and succeed to a stage where they can start to get return, either for sales or exit or invest, raising more money for investors. So the financial system is very modern now in Israel. The fact that we have so many new type of technologies, and it's going to continue and even scaling up, because as you know, what we call the Internet of Things, and also the fact that all the technology that will develop for the car industry, for the telephone, for the smartphones, are going to be used in medicine. It started already using diagnostic, but I believe it will go on for millions of purposes. This is a potential for people like we are.
Recently, YOZMA has made a study for the Greek government on some key policies to be implemented in order to help the ecosystem grow. Can you give us like the headlines of the study? What policies does it is it about?
Yes, we came to the conclusion after we did it in 3-4 months here, interviewing people, associations, and also reading a lot of material, a lot of surveys that the government has done in the past. We came to the conclusion that there are some tools which are missing. We believe that the potential of people to achieve what we achieve, especially the young generation, and as I said, the new technology is a very good opportunity. So in order to get to the right ecosystem, you have to build the tools. And of course, we can say what is our experience. The first tool we suggested will be the type of what we have in Israel, funding projects development in companies or even for individuals. We have different type of programs that can share risk with companies and share risk with individuals with good ideas. So there is a system that works under the Ministry of Economy. It's called the chief scientist. They have a budget of close to $400 million a year. They fund about 1,500, what today even more. And it's based on the fact that everybody can get this grant, which means that the basis of the plan is to encourage people to do more research and to encourage entrepreneurs, because the government is not saying what to develop. If it's a good idea, you can show that it's a good idea, innovative. You can show you can commercialize it, you can get money. Not all the money, part of it. This is a type of vehicle, one vehicle that we think can be used here as well. The other one, of course, is the venture capital, which is a little bit stuck here, as we always say. The funds are not too big. Many funds are more private equity. And you know, there is a question of demand, how much demand you have for this money. And I believe that for the next stage, when you start to have a better ecosystem, you need bigger funds. And if the government thinks that it needs to be involved in order to have bigger funds, you have to support this kind of fund that you need. And on top of it, we suggested the Taneo, which is the fund of fund. We'll do also what we did in Israel 12 years ago, by the way. We try to bring to involve management funds from countries which are more expert in that. And that is not only because you need the experience, of course, and you need the money. You need the money also. But what we realized, we saw after we started the program, is that it was very helpful to create networks. Now today, it seems to us a little bit close to the world. It must be more global, it must be much more open. One of the ways, of course, is this one. And of course, in order to bring experienced, good management funds to Greece, you need to give incentives. So we suggested the mechanism, the type of incentives. We try to be much more practical than philosophical. I mean, it's based on some ideas that we have, some needs that we think you have, and then it becomes really practical solutions, not just talks.
And one or two very important lessons you have learned from the ecosystem in Israel that could be implemented in Greece or in the European ecosystem in general to grow.
The major
lesson you have learned.
But the major lesson, I think that it depends to whom you talk. You need ecosystem, and if you look at the government, the main actor, the role of the government is to create. The government should be much more sustainable in its policy, and everybody should understand that this is something that must be done. To be persistent about it, not to change plan every day. To say that's what we're going to do. Give the message to the young people that they have a future here. Give them the chance to understand that they must have a career. This way you encourage entrepreneurs, create all the tools that you need. It's not one thing. You can say entrepreneurs. There is always a debate or a fight between the smart scientists or engineers and the people with the money. Who is more important? Who is more important, money or technology? It's the same. But you cannot do the technology, you develop it without the money, and the money itself, you can put it in the bank. You cannot do much more. So that's more or less what you need here. Many elements to come together to create what we call a system that can